Mrs. Lincoln, Cindy Lincoln.
Hi,
How
Logan.
are you?
I'm good.
Hi. Oh,
How
that's
are
good.
you?
I'm all right. Uh,
Good. I'm sorry I
yeah.
missed your stream this
Oh, that's all
morning. I
right.
didn't know it was late. I've been taking care of my mom.
Oh, that's all right. Sorry,
What's
we're
up?
so early. How you been?
Huh? I've been
How you been?
I've been
I linked.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Uh, so, how's your mom? She been all right?
No, my mama's not doing that great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hope she
When I
does
first
better. I hope
brought
she's all right.
her down, yeah, when I first brought her down, she was able to do things, and now she's just kind of
Oh, I'm so sorry.
in bed a lot. But I'm glad to have her. Glad to be able
Oh,
to take care of her. She needs
oh, that's good.
that.
I hope she's all right.
Yeah. Well, we all got to go sometime.
Oh, so sorry about that. I hope she's all right and stuff. And
Yeah.
uh, uh,
So, what's on the agenda today?
uh, uh, oh, oh, is it? Yeah, you said before you're related to Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, my dad and my uncle did the research. I did not do the research, but they said that Abraham Lincoln did not have any descendants that lived. His two sons died, I believe. And so the relation is from his uncle or something like that. But
Oh,
he's always
are
been
you ever drive
my
the?
hero and who I look up
Oh,
to and try and emulate. My French teacher in high school used to call me honest. That's French for honest Abe.
oh, oh, that's nice. You know, Mark came on my show the other night.
That's what Faithful told me. That's cool. And Deviant Outcast too. I'm so sorry I missed it. I didn't know you were
Yeah.
doing this. I'm really sorry.
Oh,
I'm sweet.
sorry.
I really am glad because the other live talk shows obviously had flaws. So do your own. Good job, Logan.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, oh, yeah. He's building an AI machine. He says, Skylar is his AI machine.
Skylar's helping him with his AI machines.
No, Skylar is his AI
That's what I
machine.
thought you said, but I don't get that. I okay.
he he was joking around saying that Skylar's not 100% human and he's mostly machine and he functions a lot.
Yeah, he was sending me and Nick pictures of his command station the other day.
Yeah, I saw it too. He's a genius. I think he's going to invent uh new AI machine. Probably be the next Bill Gates.
I have no clue about that kind of stuff. It's scary thinking
Yeah, me
somebody
too.
could fake be a human, but actually, even humans are fake. So,
Uh, I did made a little video thing of Skylar as Skynet. I put SkylarNet. Put the Terminator theme song in there. It was funny.
yeah.
Uh,
So Skylar's pretty good at computers, I guess. I remember he was live streaming for Mark for a while there. Is he still doing chatty streams?
yeah, I'm not sure. I know he doesn't live at Mark's anymore, but he works on a farm now.
A farm? Oh, that
Yeah,
would be awesome. That's what I want to do.
That's like a drug farm, a pot farm. I think.
Skylar?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's legal in Washington, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's legal here where I live too.
Yeah, it's big business. Uh, Medical marijuana is like the new thing, and all the corners, every corner when you're driving, it says CBD sold here. My mom's in a lot of
Yeah.
pain, and we tried it with her, and it didn't help her, and it kind of messed with her mind. But we're really
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope she gets better.
her doctor wasn't sure
Hope
it was
you.
the CBD. Her doctor thought it might be her electrolytes, but it's not
Oh, I'm
all
so
cracked up.
sorry.
Yeah, we'll I think once we get her electrolytes balanced out, we will try again and see if we can get her pain under control with some CBD or THC.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Hope she's all right.
she's in a lot
Uh,
of pain all the time.
I'm sorry.
Her back's
Oh, I'm sorry. Cass, you ever heard of this guy named Claude?
yes. He's been commenting on my channel.
Yeah, he's a supporter of
It's
you.
such a blessing. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember one night Kent was doing a show, and I don't watch Kent's stuff because it makes me sick, but
Yeah.
somebody sent me the link, and there was a Frenchman who was asking questions in such a way that Kent didn't recognize that he was a supporter, and I'm pretty sure that was Claude, and he went from
Yep.
asking like kindly to being like, wait just a cotton picking minute here, you're lying.
Cass,
Yeah, so I was really glad to see that.
yeah, he makes a lot of videos and does a lot of supporting for you and stuff.
He
He's
makes
a good guy too.
videos.
Yeah,
I've never seen any of his videos.
you liked him. He,
You
he
should.
goes after Ken a lot.
Yay. I was
Yeah.
just talking to my
Want
mom
me to link
today.
you his video?
Huh?
Right.
I was just talking to my mom today because she wishes I would just forget about Kent because she sees he's poisonous to me. But I said, Mommy,
Oh, that's fine.
remember why I went there. I sold everything to go there and be a missionary. And other people are doing the same. We have to warn them because it's devastating. And especially when a lot of them are new believers and they're going there thinking they're going to get discipled and educated and learn how to live for God and start a new life and turn over a new leaf. And to be abusive to a baby Christian is, I just
Uh,
can't turn the other way and not say something. So,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, I mean, I'm really glad Claude is doing that too.
Uh,
Because my mom saw firsthand, so she understands.
uh, I'm so sorry about that. Hope you're alright.
Recovering.
Uh, uh, have you talked to Mary lately? Mary Toko?
Sometimes, yes. We keep in touch with each other.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's funny what here's this time Father Chuck, when he said her name, he kind of misspoke. He said Mary Taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny, but I glad you're doing good and stuff.
Yeah. Well, God is good. He takes what,
Uh,
how's that Bible verse go? What you have intended for evil, God has used for good. So that's how it works.
oh, that's good. Uh, I want to ask you, what if you fall into another dimension where you're the daughter of Abraham Lincoln? What would you do? And Mark is his general.
Marcus is what?
His general. And Kent is a leprechaun.
A leprechaun.
Okay.
A leprechaun.
Yeah, I'm not alright.
Well, that means he'd be real small and I could squish him. if I were
Well,
I would if I were under Abraham Lincoln, I would do the same thing as I did growing up. Hi, Claude.
Hello.
yep, this is him.
I would just use him as an example. Walk 5 miles just to return the nickel.
Hi, Claude.
How are
Hello, how are
you?
you?
Nice to
Good.
meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too. I'm just gonna put my headphones on. Let me have a look here. I'm not a very technological person. I'm more a Frenchman, ladies man. But let me just try here. Okay, can
Do
you
you
hear?
live in France?
No, at the moment I am living between New Zealand, Australia, and France. But I am born in France. Yes.
Oh, I took French in
Mhm.
school. I only know a
Oh,
little bit.
oh,
Je parle un petit
oh,
peu.
yeah. Comment allez-vous? Ça va? You know, but
Bien,
that's
me
okay.
too.
We can talk in English. So that's
That would be
fine.
much better.
Yes. So most of the words I'm good at because I have a English family too. So Hmm. And you are coming on with the Gangster Ghost today for the show. That's very good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Logan
Because
has been a
he's a
friend for
good
a long
person.
time.
He's a good person. Someone always say it's the that oh, these atheists are so bad, and of course they don't. Not going to agree with you on some things, but the atheists and the Christians on this show get on fine. It's just crazy. We have a difference of opinion on the God thing, but other than that, we have a high degree of morality. You know, unlike a certain person who you probably used to know.
Well, Claude, that has been what I
Yeah,
have said from the very beginning. I have been treated
yeah,
much better by the atheists than I have by the Christians.
yes. They
Because
they seem to make excuses.
the Christians who
Yeah,
are Hovendites don't act like
yeah.
Christians.
No. Did you ever listen to my song on the Big Bad Mama channel, Excuses?
No,
you
I
will.
have. Logan just told
Oh,
me that you do videos, and I did not know that. So I have.
well, yeah. Get Logan to send you the link. I think you will get a laugh out of it. But it's not only it's a laugh, but every word in the tune is true. Everything I say. Uh, you know, uh, he uses. Is always saved as a license to sin. That's what he does. And that's one of the lines in the song. So it's only a short song, and it's based on a song that he sang called Excuses for Christians. And I remodeled the words. So Logan can send you a link, and I think you will
Do Logan.
have a very good laugh. He offered
Well,
them
I've actually
excuses.
been collecting Bible verses for the last 3 years on the whole once
Yeah.
saved, always saved. And I know there are some Christians who believe that, and Kent always used to say, well, I don't believe that means you have a license to sin. And so I kind of just let it go, even though I didn't see that that's what scripture taught. But now you can see that just like everything else, he says one thing and does another.
Yeah.
But who
But
can
I'm
say?
trying to remember the start of my song. Excuses, excuses, that's the oven way. And there's a new one every day. People come to know the truth. Hovind always loses. He offers them excuses. That's just, I forget the words, but it's a very jaunty song, and I think you will enjoy.
Yes.
Uh, I
That's
linked her
the
to your channel.
that is
Thank
the naughty
you.
side of the clod.
That's what?
The naughty side of Claude is
Naughty.
that he is
Yes,
a
I
bit funny,
know.
He has to have a laugh occasionally because it's so
Yes.
serious. You would get too depressed.
Yes.
And I think
And
we come from the same position.
you
Yeah,
get
we are
accused
warning
of
and
being
touching God's
vengeful.
anointed. Yeah, yeah. Oh, touching God's anointed, as though that's that's been the reason for much abuse over the years. And I
Yes.
find that bad. Yeah,
Yes.
but I know
When
I
I
have to
first
say
heard him
because
say that, I was
yeah,
mortified. I did not come there knowing that. No way. That's not how it works. Humans are not uh, above reproach.
yeah. Well, I know, and I can almost say love many Christian people. So it's not that, and so they twist it around. If you're saying you're against God or you hate God, well, that's not the reason. I don't like Mr. Hogan, and I don't like what he does to people, and I think people need to be warned. I actually think he puts people off he doesn't win the souls. He turns the souls away, in my opinion.
Honey, not only that, people who are coming to the Lord, he crushes them with his boot. It's
Mm,
really, it's really ugly. It's
yeah.
really
So
ugly.
I keep him in check. I mean, he must hate it because his latest videos, he's talking about people who put about stuff about him on the, net, but he doesn't argue against what they say. He just attacks them and that they don't like guys. So when he's faced with someone challenge him, he will just say, "Oh, what have you done for the Lord?" That's not answering the question. He
Thank
changes the
you.
topic. Yeah. Oh, what have you done for the? What have you built? I mean,
That's
I
his
would, to be
MO,
honest,
Claude.
if there's a heaven, I would not like to be in there because Mr. Herman would be there and they're constantly tapping God on the shoulder. And, oh, look at him, look what he did. Oh, but look what I did. It's just, it's so obvious.
It's
Mm,
obfuscation big time.
mm,
And like you said,
mm,
he doesn't address what you say. He just does ad
yeah.
hominem. And what they say is if you're making an ad hominem, it means that you don't have an argument. You don't
Yeah,
have
but,
any
and of
proof. You don't
course,
have any
yeah.
evidence.
Ad
It's
hominem is that if I say something untrue about him, that's ad hominem. But if I'm telling the truth, what's
mm-hmm,
he got to fear from the truth? So it's
mm-hmm.
not ad hominem to say that he bought his degrees from a diploma mill. That's not ad hominem. That is truth. It is not ad hominem to say that he saw off three wives in a row. That's the truth. No, so it's not attacking. It's just so people are aware. And I must use this one too because you know how he says, "Oh, they all left me. They divorced me." Well, that's not true because he annulled two marriages. Didn't he? He annulled two
He
marriages.
annulled
So
number one, and
yeah,
he made it so he
yeah,
if you knew
hmm,
all of what went on, it's
yeah,
like he
yeah. Well, we can
invited
tell from
Steve. He
yeah,
invited Steve to
yeah.
live in our 2-bedroom house
Yes, yeah,
after he vandalized my house, after he threatened me with a gun. And then
mm,
he says he can use Cindy's parking place. And
mm.
I mean, he was intentionally trying to drive me out.
I
And
think so.
I was
It's so obvious. Mm,
I was determined, I was going to stick by my marriage, even if it took staying in the spare room.
mm.
And he was not going to have anything to do with that. Oh my gosh, don't even get me going.
No. I mean, it's obvious to us who look at for the truth, and we'll also look at the other test, and we look at like the Bethany Rife, good person, a physician. She called Hovind to account, and but all those some of his supporters, they make no, that's different or somehow, But I thought she was a good ally. But I just love the fact that he put up that stupid video with the guy in the wig, and of course he took it down. And now,
Did
but people
he?
copy it, and he took that video. That video cannot be found, but it is now. I've put a copy of it
Interesting.
up. Yeah. So
When did
he
he take
doesn't
it
want that.
down?
Oh, it hasn't been around for several months
Okay.
since he did the new one. So it tells you that he doesn't want people to see that video. And of course, when he doesn't want them to see it, I want them to see it because I'm a naughty Frenchman.
No, because the only
Yeah.
reason he doesn't want them to see it is
Yeah.
because there's something important in there,
Well,
something
he's changed his
incriminating.
tune, it's because he changes his tune, and he realizes that for a jury to see that with him in a blonde, getting a guy in a blonde wig, they just think he is ludicrous. I mean, no man, no real man. That's why I don't actually call him a man. I call him a creature. If I say,
I
I
From the
just
agree.
Black
say he's a
Lagoon.
creature, because that's what it's like. Not the creature
I
from the
agree.
Black Lagoon.
Oh,
So,
Actually, I would
but
think
a
he
creature.
would be from the
He's not
Black
a real
Lagoon.
man. He's not a real man in my view. A real man is a gentleman. I know many. I know many Christian gentlemen, but there are a number, of course, who give the Christian thing a bad name. There's a number of prominent pastors, and he's one of them. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
in my opinion. But
I started researching some of the stuff going on in the church. I can't remember what got me going on that, but it is unbelievable how many actors there are at the pulpit.
and
Absolute
then,
actors that are,
But yes, occasionally the veneer of his civilization is broken. And like the other day on there's two girls who he's talking about animals mating and things, which he always seems to be hung up on, like a horse. And and he hears them talking. He goes, "Girls, stop talking. Come up the front. Come up the front now. Quicker, quicker." And then he talks about giraffe pee turning on the male. And I think that's not appropriate to have dragged two girls up the front and to talk about that. And then he talks about the Pharisees dragging the prostitute before before Jesus. But the man didn't come, he says. Now, clearly he was being he was being dirty there, but the man didn't come. Ha ha. Yeah, he kept a straight face, but we know what he's like. And I think
well, have
that's
you seen the
disgusting,
video of him doing the magna cum laude?
Yes, and that's why I referred to that. So he's because everybody, when I put the copy of that up on my channel and say, look, this is what he's saying, he's being dirty. Oh no, 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 no. And then I said, but he's done the Magnum summer cum laude one too. So he's
Summa.
like, and
That's
I look, I don't know, we can all have a laugh, we can all have fun, but it's not appropriate in front of children. It's not. He just yeah, that's very and young girls, they're gonna go away thinking, yeah, I really do. I think so. They're not gonna like that. So sad.
well, and it's not appropriate for a Bible study either, but
No, no. Well, it
I
is a
had no
Bible study. It's a
idea. Yeah, he doesn't.
you
Even Lady Di used to say these are not Bible studies.
Yeah, and if you look at some of my later videos, you'll see that, and I call him out on it. But he's now done one of his latest ones. He's calling out people who call him out. But I think if you watch them, he doesn't actually refute the allegations. Which should be
Right.
easy to say because he's guilty. That's why.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ravi
But
Zacharias went to his deathbed
you had a
denying
very
everything.
lucky break. Yeah.
What?
You had a lucky break. You had a lucky break in getting out of it. I mean, I know it's sad for you and everything, and you wanted to, but I mean, it's best now. It's best for you
I
now.
agree. And somebody
Yeah.
else said that to me. He said, Cindy, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, a big bullet. Yeah. So, but I know that it's easy to, when a relationship break up, when you love someone, it's very hard. You still, and you still want to see the best in them, but not when then you see a pattern emerge and they take advantage of everybody. Well, it's time to act, and I respect you for speaking up, because it's hard for you. He's attacking you all the time, issuing veiled threats, about legal action, all that sort of rubbish. But look, all his rats are leaving the ship. I mean, what's happened to any land? He's not there anymore, is he? He
Yeah,
must
that's a
underneath.
big question mark, isn't it?
Yeah,
After what,
yeah.
25 years?
Yeah, and Brady Barham, he's not on the board. Well, we know what Brady. Well, I caught Kenton up on the show.
Wait.
That
Say it
on the
again. You
Stephen.
bleeped
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
Say it again. You
there was
bleeped out.
yeah, that's okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, hello.
Yes, you were saying you caught Kent
Yeah,
in
there
some.
was a well, there was a show with Stephen. It's now he's taken it off, but we.
Oh no, you bleeped out again.
Oh,
Hi, Billy.
let me have a look. Oh, can you hear me?
Hey, Cindy.
Let me have a look.
How
Hi,
are
Bill.
you?
Oh, connection lost.
I'm
We
doing
can hear
good.
you,
I think
Rod.
Thank you for
Yeah.
standing up and
Look,
offering to be the
if you're still on,
mediator.
if you're still on in half an hour, I will
I've been
go back
text.
to my
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
and I
We're
will.
still
I'll
behind.
reconnect. It'll take me about half an hour on my computer. It will be easier. Okay. So hold that
Okay.
thought, and you talk about
Okay.
other things. Okay. I will be back in a
Okay.
half hour. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, Billy, now we can hear you.
Yeah, I unmuted myself. Sometimes I get self-conscious about the truck being background noise and stuff. So, but yeah, I've been texting back and forth with Nick for a couple days. I think he's in Colorado right now, and I don't think it's ever going to happen because, of course, Kent's not going to do that.
Well, whatever our part is, I think if we, have it set up and just allow him to do his little no-show routine, that will save volumes.
Well, one idea I floated out to Nick was him being able to put together a presentation, and we could upload that for Kent to respond to. But like I said, I told Nick if he wants to do it live in a debate style, make sure to request two moderators, one of your choosing and one of his choosing. And that way it's even and fair.
Yes, that's a very good point. I don't know who it would be. Who would you be comfortable with? I don't think Standing in Truth would be. One
Well,
of my friends calls him
for,
Standing in Truth.
for a debate, Standing for Truth
I asked him if
wouldn't do that. Not for the drama.
uh, I uh, I asked him if he would come on my show, but he said he got everything uh taken care of.
You asked Kent or you asked Standing in Truth?
Ken.
And he
He
actually
said he got
answered
everything
you?
taken care of.
He
Yeah.
answered you. Wow. He has everything taken care of. Yeah, we know what that means.
Yeah,
That's
that means he's got Steven.
That means he's saying no.
Well, what that actually means is he's got Steven willing to do it.
That's
And
ridiculous.
that's where the drama would go, because it wouldn't go on Standing for Truth. I think that's one area Donnie actually says no to Kent with.
I think it's worth asking, but you might be right. Well, I don't think Kent would want it on Standing in Truth because Kent doesn't want his debate audience to find out the truth.
Oh no, that's why they'll put it on Stevens, because he thinks that's what Stevens good for, is the drama.
But he knows better than to think that Stephen would be unbiased. I mean,
Well, we know Stephen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just like you're saying, I mean, viva la différence. You're saying allow him to have 2 moderators so it will be fair. One of his choosing, one of our choosing. But you don't see him doing that. You see him putting forth Stephen, who is obviously not fair.
Well, that's why I told Nick. I was like, if he can't agree to 2 moderators, that shows their intent
Yeah.
and that they're acting in bad faith.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate
so
all your.
ultimately,
Faithful's here.
oh, Faithful.
Hi,
Oh, wait,
Faithful.
you.
Hi
Yeah,
there.
I
I
was about
gotta
to
go
say,
get
you
my
know, Faithful.
Bluetooth on.
Better late than
It's good.
never.
It's good to see your smiling face, sweetheart.
Thank you, hon. Yeah, I
Be
missed the
right back.
morning one, so Logan said, "Okay, let's do it now." Yay!
Sorry
Excuse
about
me.
that. Oh, about it being about having it too early. That was for Outcasts.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad you're doing better and stuff.
Yeah.
We say, truck driver Billy.
So what else can we do, Billy? Has he formally turned you down?
You mean Kent?
Yeah.
I didn't even contact Kent. I've been texting back and forth with Nick a little bit, but I think he's been busy since I haven't heard from him in like a day or so.
Yeah,
So
he is busy.
I've
Well,
just been texting. Yeah, I've just been texting back and forth with Nick, and I think from what Nick told me, I don't want to spread nothing that might be untrue, but from what Nick told me, Kent wants to get it and put it on Steven's channel. That's why I said what I said earlier.
oh, so Kent and
And I told,
via Nick.
Yeah,
yeah,
Kent
he wants to
answered
do
via
that
Nick.
because it won't be a neutral party, and also Stephen gets the views.
Well, he hasn't. Billy was in the same chat. No, sorry, my comment section with Kent and Billy. I mean, I'm sure Kent read it, and so if he's not going to reply, I'm just going to leave us to assume. But it sounds like you're saying
well, I
he
think
might have replied to Nick.
I think Nick told me that Steven reached out to him, I think,
Oh,
and that's how he found out. But I think I'm blocked on Kent's channel, which means if you're commenting on somebody else's channel, even if you're blocked on their stuff, that channel won't see your replies on another channel. So obviously we're all blocked over there. So Kent thinks nobody has a response for him.
I don't think that's true. We should Google that and find out because that's very interesting. You don't think Kent can see all the comments going on because we're all blocked on his channel? Wow.
I think you can see some of them,
I thought it only,
but not all of us.
I thought that only worked on your channel.
No, I think it goes whole, like if you don't like the comment someone made on another person's channel, you can literally just block them and it gets rid of their comments. And you don't have to see them again.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's strange. That means Kent can comment on my channel, but if I reply, he can't see it. I can't reply anyway because of the restraining order.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother bag of worms. I'm like, why would Kent even be replying to your channel and making comments if there's supposed to be some sort of restraining order?
That is actually.
I mean, that's making contact with you.
It actually is a violation, but I don't think it would be wise to prosecute that because I issued Nick's challenge. He should have a right to reply. And
Yeah.
if we're having cyber contact, that's not gonna, make me feel physically threatened.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is a video about him. So yeah, you're being fair there.
Oh, Mrs. Lincoln, I sent you a link to Club's channel for you.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get those videos. I saw that Billy was making a whole series and I just haven't watched them. It makes me sick. It makes me real sick.
Oh, wait.
And it makes me so that my mind is preoccupied and probably angry or depressed when I should be like more normal for my mom. And so I do try and avoid it all. But
Which series is that? Is that the one that I call Hogan Files?
yeah, I haven't
Oh, okay, yeah.
all of them. I've only watched some of them. Ugh,
Yeah,
God.
they're just me goofing around.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Mrs. Lincoln.
I like seeing you're driving, Billy. That's cool. We see out your front.
Yeah, when I
Glance
get
up
on these
early.
Yeah, when I get on these streams, I tend to put the camera up front and throw it out there. That way people could also see, okay, he's driving. That's where all the noise is coming from.
Or that's why he dropped out, because somebody just cut him off and he has to pay attention.
But no, usually when I drop out is because the wife is calling. So I'm like, nope, I drop everything. I go to her.
Nick does that too. When he was working at my house, if Julie called, he would drop everything. It's so sweet.
Well, you got to.
Yeah.
And plus, being on the road, I'm not going to be home tonight. So obviously, she's going to want to talk to me some. She'll probably call me after she's done with her piano lesson.
Is she a piano teacher?
She's teaching a young child right now.
Just like Joe Holden.
Well, she actually played the piano for y'all when we were down there. I think you got there on the last day, though, when we were down there.
Yeah, I don't remember meeting you. You know,
You didn't actually talk to me, but you talked to my wife for quite a while. You probably don't remember
What's her
because it's been
name?
so long. It's Dawn. It was only for one day we were down there. It was after church, and I think you rode with us to church and the restaurant and all that stuff.
aw.
Is her last name Truck Driver?
Truck driver. What was that, Logan?
Is her last name Truck Driver?
Her
Well,
last name,
consider,
truck driver.
yeah, I know my last name's out there, Logan, but I really, yeah, I was about to say, I really don't try to put that out there too much. In
I'm
fact,
just
that's one
joking.
thing I got against Robert Beatty is he has my last name out there.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was just joking.
Oh, I know. You're fine, Logan. Don't worry. I was just kind of like timid about saying the last name for my wife because then everyone finds my last name, and you know how crazy the internet is. Even if there ain't that many people
Yeah.
that might look me up.
Yeah. Kent sends people to do that kind of thing.
Oh, I know. I've heard many stories of Kent sending people to be like, hey, go watch this person, go watch that person. Not just from you, but I've heard it from Theo. I've heard it from multiple people saying that we've got people watching us on Kent's side.
Yeah.
And I believe it.
That's why I got the restraining order. I had a thing pop up from Steve next door. He was hanging at the neighbor's, and it said surrounded by Guidos. Like just intentionally.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is going to sound horrible since I'm driving, but there we go.
How are you, Faithful?
Wait, is Faithful still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm not going to be
You
on
still
here
there,
very long because I've got some things I have to do. I have a book I have to finish before this weekend. It's good to
Say
see you
again
though,
this
Cindy.
weekend, what?
I said I have a book I have to finish before this weekend because I got to deliver it on Monday.
Oh,
I'm not
cool.
writing it. I'm reading it. I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
I haven't finished the manuscript I'm working on yet. Deviant was on earlier today, and he's real. If she and I can ever get a way that we can talk, he's going to help me with my Microsoft Word. So,
It's not that
see,
hard.
well, see, I haven't opened it up for about 8 months, and if I use it all the time, it would be all right, but I don't. I I bought this computer to work on one thing and one thing only, and that's all I do on it. And if I only open it up once every 6 months, I forget.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can do Word on my iPad, uh, and then my son's got it set up to where it all interfaces and everything. So I can do it on there and transfer it over, but I've got to divide this up into 3 sections because it's like 260 something thousand words, and it's got to be in order to send it off to the lady that wants it. It's got to be in broken up so that she doesn't break it up in the wrong spot, and then we have to fix it.
Uh, Miss Lincoln, here's a show that I have on here with Brother Pike, Christian Pike. He does a lot of Bible teachings in here
Say,
about what the Bible says, and
Yeah, he's really good at that. When's he going to do another one, Logan? Do you know?
he said maybe Sunday.
Oh, Cindy, you would like that.
Christian
Yeah,
Pike was very inappropriate with me. I have a bad taste in my mouth.
Okay, I can
oh,
get
I'm
that. How,
sorry.
how long ago was that, Cindy?
It's been quite a long time now. I think it
Because
was back in the Brett Keane days.
because when he went down to that place, and then what's the guy's name? The worst nightmare.
Beatty.
Beatty gave him all kinds of. There was just a picture of him on his Facebook page or something, and because he took his family down there, and then Beatty just wiled him all over the place. But Christian is one of the sweetest, nicest people, so he must have really been going through a bad time because that might have been when Beatty was harassing him.
Well, he was
Uh,
not nice at all. He didn't pose his objections to my positions in a query way at all. He posed them in a troll, a attacking manner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe sometime you guys ought to talk about that because he's the type of guy that if he knew that he came across that way to you, he's 33 years old and he's a young guy, and he might have just, it might have, he might have had a bad day or something. Everything I've seen of him for the last 6, 7, 8 months has just nothing been good. I've even read his 4 books,
Well,
and it was a bad time for everybody.
if he was brainwashed by Hovind, I mean,
And,
obviously,
no, I'm going to tell you, I don't think he was because he only went down there for a visit.
well,
So
the way
maybe
he
sometime
was,
you ought to be able to talk to him.
yeah, I'm open for that.
He debated. Uh, he
Yeah,
debated
because
Kent
I'm
two
sure
times.
if there's if there's something that he did. I just know his character now because I didn't know him when I first came back on here about what was it, July or August. I know his character, and he would be the very first one to get down on his knees and apologize. I'm
Hmm.
sure of that. As a matter of fact, Logan, you can clip that and send it to him. you know. But I mean, I just know, I just know his moral and spiritual character. He would do that. He would not have hurt you for anything in the world.
I
'Cause-
can kind of vouch for that. He seems to be a really good guy, so he was probably just going through something at that time because I've never seen him actually act wrong
He,
towards anyone.
I've
he was
never, yeah.
obviously deluded by what Kent had said about me, and he treated me thusly.
Well, I sometime when he's on here, Logan, send a text message or something to Cindy, and maybe she can get on,
Yeah.
and you guys can actually
Okay.
talk about it. Because I'm sure that he would. As a matter of
Oh,
fact, if I could give him your phone number, he would probably call you and talk to you about it in private, which would probably be better.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Would that be all right? Well,
I don't even remember what was said. All I remember is in my mind I have him pegged as a troll.
yeah. Well, he is not a troll. Well,
I hear you.
no, don't believe me. Don't trust me. He just really is not. He's about as solid as I am. So yeah, he's one of the good guys. If it's all right, I'll give him your phone number and I'll
Yeah,
message
go
him or
ahead.
call him and ask him to call you so that you guys can talk about it private. That would be much better than talking about it in public.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. You're looking good though.
Thank you, sweetheart. You
Let
can
me
tell
turn my.
by Billy's and by mine that the sun is going down. I have to put on the light.
Oh yeah. Well, the
Oh yeah, over here on the East Coast, it's going down. Wait, you're an
sun.
hour behind me, I think, Cindy.
Yeah. Alabama is 1 hour behind the East Coast.
Yeah, and you're an hour behind Gangster too. How's your mom?
What?
You know you're an hour behind Gangster,
Gangster,
Yeah,
you're on the East
Logan.
Coast
Logan's on the
too?
East Coast too.
yeah,
Well,
Eastern
he's on
Standard
Eastern
Time.
time, but he's up in Michigan, so he's not on the coast.
That's weird.
Well,
I
that's
would
pretty
think.
much being on the same time zone as Cindy then.
Yeah, I would think so. What time is it right now for you,
Uh,
Logan?
5:36.
Oh, you are an hour ahead of me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that time zone thing is weird in that area. It splits in Georgia, but goes up Tennessee and all the way up to the west side of Indiana. I'm like, that time zone is weird over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some places in Indiana that don't even change time, and I can't remember
Nice.
what they are, but they stay on standard time all the time.
I know it's close to like Gary, Indiana.
There's they've been trying to pass a law in Indiana and Kentucky and kind of like all over from what I understand to not have a daylight savings time to either I mean not have a standard time, just leave it all on daylight savings time all year round or
I wish
something.
they would do that. I
Yeah,
hate having it
I,
get dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I still got a couple hours of work left out, you know? Like, what is it? What are you making it dark for?
Well, the thing is that during the summer it'd get dark earlier.
It's nice having it be light until 9 o'clock. And why is there a 4 hour flux? That's just too much.
I don't know. But I've got Cindy.
is it
I love
because of
talking to you guys, but I was on with Deviant, and if she and I can ever get something set up, maybe we can. She can even do Restream or something. But I talked to her about Google Chat, so we're going to see what we can come up with. She's hilarious, though. So if you get a chance to listen to some of the stream earlier, do that because
Okay.
there was parts of it that was very funny.
Okay.
Of course,
Yeah, I missed
of
her.
course,
I'm so sorry I missed her.
Claude's got this really. He's got a sense of humor that I can take a couple minutes of it, but not continually. Especially when he's joking about certain things, you just won't get off of it. That's a Frenchman for you, though. Okay. Listen, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for letting me know that she was on, Logan. I love you. I'll try to catch the
You're
Love
first
to
welcome.
part
see
of
you,
this
Paul.
later.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay.
hun.
Bye bye.
Okay.
See,
Thank
see
you
you,
for coming
baby.
on.
It's good to talk to you,
Billy,
Billy.
I wanted to ask you, Billy, since you're in Chris Jones's hometown, have you heard anything? Is he in jail? Is he got a court date or?
I know just as much as everyone else. I think the last I heard, which I think I've seen it on the public Facebook group, where Robert Beatty said something about it's still pending the second appearance, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
A second
I mean,
appearance, so
if
he's
I
done
had,
one appearance.
well, I know they had I can't get the word out of my mouth. Preliminary. There we go. I got it. I know they had that first meeting or hearing or whatever, but after that, I have no idea about anything. It was supposed to be scheduled already and done, but I need to.
Wow.
What I should do is contact like the Aiken Standard or maybe something called the jail report where they put all the mugshots in the paper. Maybe I should just contact those people, or maybe even the sheriff's department. But I don't know who's
Yeah.
handling this stuff because it crosses state lines with, being in Augusta, Georgia, and him being in Aiken, South Carolina.
Wow.
So I
So
just I
did
don't
he
know what
appear?
jurisdiction at all. Oh, I know he appeared. I think actually he has a new little thing on the registry as well, a picture. I think it's been updated since September of 23. So I know he's
Wow.
still around.
Okay, because I
And
think the last I heard, they couldn't find him, and so I'm glad that he's at least been found.
yeah, I've seen on the registry because you have to get a picture like every 3 months, every quarter. And the last picture was September 23, which means he's probably due up for one here in December. I know I shouldn't pay that much attention, but it's part of my life now. So
Yeah. Is Kent still saying he's innocent?
I think Kent's always going to, I think that's where Kent's naivety comes into play, where he feels like he was screwed over by the government, which he wasn't. And he just believes anyone that says, oh, I was framed. So he's just going to believe anybody when he's literally telling people, I don't even have the right words for it, but there we go. Chris is literally telling people, this is what I did. I played strip poker with these kids as a punishment. It's like, no, that's not right, dude. Think of something better.
Well,
And
Kent
Ken,
has
and
also
Ken,
said that there's no problem,
yeah,
and
and Ken sitting in that
actually
meeting.
Kent did. He did
I'm
say
sorry,
that
go ahead.
was a mistake, but then he said it's no problem that he sleeps in bed with him. No problem if he wrestles with him.
Yeah, who cares about
Right.
the convictions?
Right.
It's just strip poker. Horsing around. It's like I tried to tell someone, about the whole wrestling situation. I was like, okay, I get it if you're like their uncle or something and you're at a family event and you're horsing around. There's a bunch of people around, but you're horsing around. It's goofing off. But to be by yourselves in a house with, someone with those convictions, that's not horsing around at that point. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is
And
what it is.
I
So
think weren't they wrestling in their underwear in the bed, or was that not? I can't remember all the details.
yeah, that part I have no idea about. Unfortunately, Paul Hansen doesn't fully know all the details either. He just like, you know, dude, Chris, what are you doing? Pretty
Well,
much. Chris should have never been down there with, the
exactly.
young boy to begin with. I get if he's coming down there to visit his friend. It's like, okay, cool. We got you at this place over here. I'll come visit you, have lunch, take you out. After that, no, don't come here with all the children. We got to keep an image. It's just the optics are all terrible.
Yeah.
But was, and I'm not jumping onto a stream that there was like a plan for. Am I? Were y'all going to discuss something specific?
I was asking Logan what his agenda was. I think he's shooting the breeze.
Yeah, open forum for everyone to talk.
Oh, okay.
Miss
So pretty
Lincoln,
much whatever we want to talk about. Cool.
what movies do you like, Mrs. Lincoln?
What was it? What?
What movies do you like?
Movies?
Yeah.
I never go to the movies. I watch
Oh.
stuff on YouTube. I'm primarily an education junkie. I'll get a topic on my brain that I want to learn about, and then I'll watch a bunch of videos about it. My data is outrageous. I use way too much internet data. But that's where I spend my screen time.
Have you ever heard of this movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
No.
Yeah, they actually Vampire Hunter.
That's terrible.
I hear it's halfway decent, though.
What? It is?
I heard it's halfway decent. And Logan, you know they got a comic. Logan, you know they got a comic book that's Pinocchio Vampire Hunter, right? Where they made Pinocchio a vampire hunter. Oh, it's crazy the stuff they come up with nowadays.
What if they made George Washington Werewolf Hunter?
Marvel Hunter?
Werewolf Hunter.
Oh, werewolf. I got
George Washington Werewolf.
I got a lot of bumps on the road right then. It was hard to hear you.
Yeah. What do you think if they made George Washington Werewolf Hunter?
Oh,
That'd be funny.
I think it'd be a good crossover if they bring in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
Am I too conservative?
Have you ever?
Or isn't that trying to make somebody good into somebody bad?
Well, no, he's killing the vampires. Those are the bad ones.
Oh, so they're keeping his virtue?
Oh, that I have no idea. I never actually saw it.
Oh. Because if they're making him kill the bad guys, that's good.
Yeah, I've never actually saw it, but
Hunter. Oh,
yeah.
I get it. He's a vampire hunter. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually, way back in the day, I did watch the whole Twilight series. I was addicted to that.
See, I could never get into the Twilight stuff. Vampires aren't supposed to sparkle.
Well, vampires was not why I was into it. I was into it because it was an amazing insight into human psychology.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you like werewolves.
No. And it was the first time I'd ever heard somebody discuss self-loathing. Bella, I guess, struggled with self-loathing, and that was one of the main things that Edward did, was to appreciate her or something. I don't know. But that was the part that I was into.
I could see that. There's a lot of hidden meanings behind a lot of different movies.
Yeah.
But then when you start thinking about the age gap between Bella and the other guy, then you realize how creepy the movie actually is.
No. She wasn't underage, was she? Wasn't she? 18?
Oh, no, she's like 18, but he's like 100 and something. He's a vampire.
Age.
Yeah.
In normal age, she was 100 or not, sorry, like 28 or like ish.
Yeah, in the movie, I know he's like, or whatever his name is, not Jacob, but the one that's the vampire. He's like,
Edward.
oh, Edward. Oh wait, see, I don't know which one's which. But the vampire, yeah, he's like 100 and something. The whole family's in their hundreds.
Right.
But yeah, that's just a quirky little thing. The whole age gap thing, I can't talk about age gaps. I'm 20 years older,
As
so
long as she was not a minor and it was pedophilia in disguise. Thank you very much.
no, we would have to worry. Oh wait, we're talking about Bella still. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no, nothing like that. That movie's fine.
I called. I called.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, ça va?
How's it going? I believe is what that means.
I thought I heard pages turning. I thought you were looking for a translation.
That's okay. We'll talk in English today. Yeah, sorry, I had a very bad connection. I was on my
Dinosaur
phone.
Adventureland. Who's from Australia? Cloud.
Oh.
Have you heard anything from Daniel?
Yeah, we're in contact.
I've been wondering about him.
He played the guitar and he sang that song, didn't he? Dinosaur Adventureland, having all the fun.
Yeah.
That's the one. See, I knew you've been around, Claude.
Being fleeced by Owen, that Dinosaur Adventureland. Oh dear.
See, you need to get Big Bad Mama to play the guitar for that, and you can make your own lyrics for it.
You know, Daniel should write new lyrics for it. He wrote those lyrics.
Oh yeah.
He was hard.
I think y'all were trying to sell it on CD at one time.
Yes, you're right. Kent did. Daniel was a hard one to win over. He tried to tell me that Kent's really a good guy and you know, you might just be making this up and blah blah blah. And when I showed him all the evidence, he was like, he's a full-on narcissist.
Yeah, well that's good. That's good when somebody is able to change their mind based on the evidence. A lot of people don't. They just stick to
You're right. You are exactly right. And it really blessed me.
Yep, he's a great man. Oh dear, you know, he's doing this for, you know.
Well, you know, we all went there because we thought that we were joining a godly ministry. Well, not all of us, but many of us.
Yeah, I was just there for a day.
Well, and some
came into the picture. I only came into the picture because of the Theo issue. So I was making fun of Theo at first, and then then somehow I ended up against Kent.
So you had the same situation where you changed your mind because of evidence.
Well, I had my eyes opened real fast whenever he introduced me to Chris. I was like, oh crap, he really is into this daggone conspiracy stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a good conspiracy theory, but not every single one of them where you even believe people who say they're not guilty of what they're convicted of when it comes to children. I mean, I'm all for a good conspiracy theory. I love to laugh at those. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I believed, I mean, just because someone's convicted doesn't mean that they did it, because sometimes you can get framed or you can get, and that's what I always believed about both Kent and Chris. However, in Chris's situation, it was not the case. He was guilty. He is guilty.
And I really, what I need. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm Ian.
The fact that Kent doesn't put two and two together and say, wow, Zaire is claiming to be molested. Maybe Chris isn't innocent. just the way he defaults to calling Zaire a liar. I'm sorry, that was it for
Yeah.
me. Wow. I mean, it was it for me way before that, but I I feel like anybody who knows that and isn't anti Kent Hovind isn't playing with a full deck. You don't just attack a victim like that. And his story that Mark paid him to make up a lie.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
First of all, Mark doesn't have 10,000. Second of all, Mark would never do that. Third of all, why would Zaire and his mom do that? Well, I guess they'd do it for
Yeah. I
the
mean,
10K, but
yeah. Well, that GoFundMe is hard to really get off the ground. So that 10K, I hate saying it, it probably wasn't ever going to happen unless you just all of a sudden had an explosion of virality out there.
well, Kent doesn't even bring up the GoFundMe. He just acts like Kent gave him 10,000 to lie. Sorry, Mark. Kent just acts like Mark gave Zaire 10K to lie or promised him a scholarship to lie.
Yeah, when it was his mom that walked into the room and said, "Hey, I want you to be honest. What's the deal here?" Mark didn't
Yeah.
There's
instigate
an
her to
old
go ask.
saying:
I mean, it's just another
if
one
it
of
looks
Kent's
like a
fairy
duck,
tales.
if it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it is a duck. And when someone convicted of those sort of actions takes a young boy across state lines, takes him to a place, ends up in the house with him, and then ends up in the bed with him, I mean, it was a stupid thing to do. That's the very best out thing you can say, but something was clearly going on. It's obvious to everybody except Kent is just, oh, he digs his heels in, and I think he knows, of course, too, but he just,
Yeah,
it's
I
about
don't
him
buy
being
the
the boss.
naive thing either. He knows it. He's on an
Yeah,
active cover up.
he's the boss. It's all about Kent showing who has the power, and it's Kent has the power. That's what it's about.
I'd just like to know why Connecticut County won't actually go over there and say, "Hey, this is a misdemeanor. You supplied this house. What's going on with
I
this?"
went to the sheriff and I said exactly what you just said. And they told me that Zaire and his mom have to drive all the way from Georgia to Connecticut County and file that I cannot file that. And I offered to drive
I was just about to offer the same thing. I
Zaire
was like, "I'll
and
go."
his mom. Yep. I offered to drive them, but she wants to protect Zaire, and she said, I'm not after Hovind, I'm after Chris Jones, and she doesn't
I don't
want
blame her.
Zaire traumatized any more than he already is. And, you know, the
Yeah.
whole public figure thing.
Did you hear where Kent says he has a right to wrestle? That's talking about Chris. Chris has a right to wrestle with the kid. He doesn't have a right to wrestle with the kid. He's on a register. That takes away any rights to interact physically
He
with a
doesn't
kid.
have a right to be there with him.
Yeah, no, but
And
Kent has stated that. It's on the. He has a right to wrestle with that kid. No, he doesn't. Kent is so
yeah,
wrong on that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. And, you know, if it was such an innocent thing that Kent put them in a house by themselves instead of in the man cave where there would be accountability, then why did he lie and say I owned the property in order to get out of
Yes.
that?
Yes, that's a straight out lie from Kent. Absolutely inexcusable.
It's a cover up. You don't
Yeah.
make up those kind of lies because you're naive or innocent. It's an active cover up.
Well, on top of that, when Julie tells him, "Look, there's only a bed in that house with maybe a table," I mean, once you hear that, you should
I
be having
was,
them over there and being like, "No, let's just keep y'all here where we can see you," because that had to be creepy for the boy as well to be in a house with only a bed and no refrigerator, no nothing, just a bed. That just I would be creeped out about an empty house like that myself.
when Julie came out about
It,
that on that show, that was the first time I had ever heard that. At the time in 2019, she didn't come to me with that. And I didn't know that there was only one bed there and that she had told him that. And I don't know who else on campus might have known that, but I
Paul had to
was
know.
stunned and shocked. And Paul had to know his damn straight. And I wonder about Freddie and Jonathan. I know that Jonathan went to Kent. I have a recording of Jonathan going to Kent and showing him Chris's rap sheet. And so they objected.
Yeah, they had children too, so common sense prevails there.
But it's just stunning that if what Julie says is true, that she told Kent there's only one bed in there, and Kent did it anyway, that's a crime.
You know how Kent is. Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
That's a crime.
You know how he does. And according to Julie, that's how he acted. It's like, oh, they're fine.
Well, that's how he always does it. You go home and be with your husband. I'll take care of it. However, it's a crime. He perpetrated against Zaire. He did not protect Zaire.
And with being local, I wish there was a way that I could find out more about Chris and the case. But of course, I'm on the road, so it's harder for me to actually go up to an office and be like, "Hey, is there more information about this ongoing case or what?"
Yeah.
And I know my wife ain't going to do it because I'll talk 5 minutes about this stuff with her, and she's halfway like zoned out, and she doesn't even care about this stuff. This is
Oh, that's hard.
She's like, I don't want no part of it. Yeah. Well, she just doesn't want no part of it. She hates talking bad about other Christians.
That's
so it's like,
false
but Chris ain't a Christian.
That's one of the false doctrines that Kent and Ernie use to silence people who know the truth.
Well, that's just part of her nature in general.
Well, and
she just
I understand.
She just doesn't like to talk bad about people.
I understand that. But I've heard it so much that it's like, okay, let's say you get raped and you're not allowed to say anything bad about people. That means you have to stuff all those feelings and you're not allowed to grieve or complain and that's so painful for the victim. So, but it's true that you don't want to talk bad about people in a gossipy kind of a way, but it's different when there's legitimate warning needs to go out.
Oh yeah, and she lets me go ahead and run my mouth to her sometimes about it. She's just really uber sensitive to subjects like that. So it's like, all right, I won't burden you too much with it, but
yeah, and I didn't mean to talk down to your wife at all because she's not Kent.
Oh no.
She's
you're
not
fine.
Kent Hovind,
Oh no, you're fine. I know what you meant.
I got to get my charger cord. I'll be right back.
But I'm surprised I still have the camera going. I'm driving in the dark.
Be careful.
It's a normal thing this time of the year.
Claude?
Hello? Yes, guys?
Yeah, where's your... I looked on your channel, I couldn't find that one video. I
Which one is
linked
that?
it to your channel. The
Which one
one
is
where you're
that?
singing.
The singing one.
Yeah. What's the name of it?
Oh, it's best to, I will email you. It's best to look at it on Big Bad Mama's channel.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it now
Oh,
and send it to you.
and Claude,
Yes.
if you feel comfortable, message me on Facebook,
Yep.
and I can get you that clip of that one guy claiming to be Colin Kaepernick's dad that Mark was talking about
All
yesterday.
right. If you can send it to my email, because I don't do the Facebook. Can you email Ghost or me? Ghost has my email address, or you can say. Is that all right? Does he?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
fine.
better than Facebook for me.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. What did you just say? What?
Which one, me or Claude? I think you muted yourself or something happened. You there, Cindy? Claude?
Yes, I'm here.
Huh. I think you're muted or something like that, Cindy. But yeah, I mean, if you got an email, I could try to find Logan again on Facebook and
Yeah,
maybe just send it his way.
my old account was hacked by someone.
Uh,
Okay.
hey, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll find you.
I'm over there on the Facebook group. I'm pretty sure you're there too, somewhere. Oop, and Cindy went out.
Oh, she.
I think she got a little confused when I said about that Colin Kaepernick and claiming to be his dad.
I found your thingamajiggy.
Oh, you already found me. You on top of things. I mean, Logan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've actually got a few unlisted clips. I keep a public playlist, but I need to really actually get on that a little bit more. But I got unlisted clips for Kent within that playlist. I should send that over to Claude.
Oh, she gone again.
She might be having a bad signal or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, I'm driving right now and got this on, so once I'm shut down for the night, I'll send that playlist over there to him.
Yes.
Because I know I had. Oh, go ahead, Claude. I'm sorry.
I know that's all right. I was going to ask Miss Cindy, but when she come back on, if she has seen how Kent is now admitting that someone diverted funds from the ministry as long ago as 4 years, and to contact Sandra if that's been if you've been donating money. So it means that people have still been paying to the CSE account, probably the one controlled by that guy, tech guy.
So,
Yeah.
so you said it was the one from 4 years ago?
Well, he's talking about.
Because if it,
He's just asked today, and the other video, his last two videos, he said that if you're making donations to CSE bank account, please get in touch with the office because someone was diverting those donations from as far back as 4 years ago. So that has to be Steve, the tech guy. And, despite all the
if,
warnings that Hovan had, and he's still, apparently, he
yep.
could be still getting some of that money now. These donors are stupid that send him anything.
If it's 4 years ago, it is Steve. I thought it might be
Well, it's
Randall,
probably,
but
yeah.
It could be
No,
anybody.
no,
He
it
has
sounds,
crooks do
yeah, it
his
sounds,
finances. It could be Ernie. It could be anybody.
yeah, but it sounds as though that it's still happening. In other words, So he's still got these people sending money to an account that Steve Lynn controls. That's what it sounded like to me. When you hear what he says on his latest 2 videos, get in touch.
Yes.
You know, it's
I
crazy.
You have to remember, Cloud, he's a liar. And so it doesn't
Mm.
matter
Yeah.
what he says. He could be trying to blame Steve for something that's happening by somebody. I mean, who knows?
Right.
But
Yeah.
the point is,
Here,
donors shouldn't be sending.
No.
here's a theory in my head. I can't prove it, but it just came in my head that it might be the new tech guy just blaming the previous ones
Exactly.
because we know all these tech guys, all they seem to do is know how to cipher money. So I'm wondering if Joseph's in on this one and just telling Kent,
Yep.
hey, look, Randall's still taking money from us.
Yep.
Hey, well, I don't believe Theo actually took any money. I think that was the one that did.
I agree.
I think,
I agree.
but Steve's still taking money. Kent, you should do something about this. All in the meantime, he's in the background with the passwords and stealing money. Can't prove it, but I think Joseph's actually might be doing that.
Well, and there was a video where they were slamming on Randall, and Joseph's wife Bobby chimed in and said, "Oh yeah, on the memo section of the check, it says part of what you owe me." And that told me Bobby's getting the checks. Bobby saw the memo on the check. And Bobby took a bribe from Steve Lynn for a bag of pot. So I'm like, okay, Kent, go ahead, have Bobby do your books for you. That'll work
Oh,
out
it's a
great.
big mess over there.
But he doesn't want
Miss
someone with
Link,
integrity doing his books because he asks them to do things that are not right.
Oh yeah,
I know that now. I sure
Miss
as heck
Lincoln,
didn't know that then. I remember
Miss
Mary
Go ahead,
and I
Logan.
talking to each other back in 18 before I even married him, when Mary was still there. 17 must have been. And we would both say, why does Kent have a liar as his right-hand man? Well, now it's clear as the nose on your face. He has a liar as his right-hand man because liars don't mind if you lie. They don't mind if you
Miss,
do things under the table.
So just to give you the words that Kent has been saying, he said, now I need to tell you, he says, if you've been in the 777 club for the last 4 years, I need you to call the office now because someone has been stealing the money. And so obviously he needs to check that you've been sending it to the right bank account. But of course, the other thing is he could be doing is trying to make out as though he's poor and, so that people will feel sorry for him and send him even more money. I don't know. But
Yes, that's also
Here,
possible.
yeah.
here's a secondary theory on that as well. He could be trying to get the donor list built back up
Oh, right.
and getting them to contact him
Oh.
and say, hey, I donated. So did my donations go through or should I be worried? So then he has their name, phone number, and all that, and has a new donor list all over again.
Mrs. Lincoln,
I don't think he's that smart, though.
Well, and
I'm sorry, go ahead,
I
Logan.
knew that he had lost the previous donor list.
Miss Lincoln,
Which,
Mark told me to tell you about this video where the guy who thinks he's that football player guy's dad. I kept pronouncing I kept not. What is that guy? Famous football player? There's one guy who's
Colin Kaepernick.
yeah. There's one guy. He allowed on his video thing. Said he's the father of him. Well, he's definitely not. I think. Do you remember that, Billy?
Oh, I remember that one. I still got the clip from it. Kent had, I think his name was Joe, or it was some old man who could barely walk. He brought some guy who could barely walk up there. He sat down went through some big spiel about something or another, and then all of a sudden he's like, and if anyone out there knows where Colin Kaepernick is, tell him his dad's searching for him and wants to say hey. And he made the motion that he was his dad. It's like, dude, Colin Kaepernick's dad, I think his dad's black. And this guy's white, so it was a crazy little clip, and I'm pretty sure Kent's glad that it's gone from the internet, but not quite.
Mark has it.
Oh, I got it too. I need to get back into uploading unlisted clips just so I have it for later, but
Claude, I linked the video in the chat
Okay.
if you like to download it or something.
Yep. Okay. Does
Anything else
anybody?
you like to? Okay.
Does anyone know who Dan Posey is?
Okay.
Someone called Dan
Yes.
Posey.
Yes.
He's just.
I've heard that name.
I mean, he's arguing on one of my channels. He just blows smoke up a zero Hovind. In fact, we should do, instead of Hogan zeros, we should do Hovind zeros. But he's just the dumbest person I've ever come across.
Wait a minute. Is P as in Peter, O-Z-Z-I, or F as in Frank, O-Z-Z-I?
P for prick.
Yeah.
P-O-Z-Z-I.
Are you saying he's a Hoganite or an anti-Hogan?
Yes, absolutely. If you look at on my one of my shows, he's just going on and on, making excuses for Hogan the whole time.
Yeah.
And
sad.
Oh, he does that.
I love it because
I'm surprised you're just coming across him now.
Yeah, well, he's been on before. I've seen him a few times, but I just couldn't work which one he is. But I just find him it's like a great example of stupidity. It's in a way it's quite entertaining. Yeah.
I think reason.
Oh yeah, you should go back to some of my old videos. You'll see a lot of stupidity from him.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I think the reason I haven't
I know.
him in so long, I think he's on the block list.
Yeah, I think it's wise. He can come on mine because
who would act all nice and reasonable, and then nice and reasonable with his.
I just wonder if he's a real person, or maybe he's one of the, because we know that Kent gets these people to make false accounts. We know, we've heard the recording of that where he tells Chris to do that. So we can't be sure who some of these people are.
Well,
okay.
Go ahead, Logan. I'm sorry.
That's all right. What if one of them is? I don't know. Are we gonna say Billy?
No, I've already forgot. Sometimes with the delay that's on these streams, I don't know when I'm able to kind of jump in there or not. So it's kind of like, that's why I stopped myself and said, go ahead. It sounded like you were about to say something.
You could go ahead.
Like I said, I already forgot what I was going to say anyway, so it don't matter. If I can't remember, it ain't important.
What about Claude? What do you think?
Well, you know my position on Hovind. There's just so many things. There's just so much stuff. It's hard to know where to begin and end. And my mission is to try and persuade people, good people, to realize the truth about him, you know, and stop being sucked in. Stop giving money to this person. You know, he lies and cheats. And to see him, his latest videos where he sort of accuses everybody else of it, it's just a joke. Just a joke. And he always Bible verses. Yes, he's a jerk and a jack. He looks for Bible verses to try and back him up, to make him look good. In fact, they make him look stupid. I'm very angry about that.
Well, the one that makes him look the stupidest to me is the one where he says, if the unbelieving depart, let them go. It's like, dude, do you read the Bible? That's not what that verse means.
Yeah.
But he wants to make it like, oh, they quit believing the marriage vow, so I let them go.
Yes.
It's like, no, dude. I hate when people are on the side of the road like that.
Yeah.
I actually got into it with Cover to Cover about those verses before. I was like, no, dude, that's not what it means. I mean, I think Cover to Cover would probably be a pretty good person to talk with on another subject besides Hovind, such as they've read a lot of books. But other than that, if they want to talk about Hovind, that's where it's going to turn into an argument.
I call it
Have you ever talked to Sea Science?
cover to cover Hovind lover. That's what I call that person.
Have you ever talked to Sea Science, Billy?
See, so I think I might have been in the comments talking to them. That's about it. Because lots of the people, they're just behind the keyboard. And that's the only place you're ever going to talk to them. Plus, this internet is so horrible, you can't talk to them.
Yeah, he's a jerk. What he said about Aiden and his wife, that made me mad. If he tried to do that on my channel, I would block him.
I don't know what happened between them, but
yeah, he tried to say he's going out with whoever. What he said about Aiden's wife was really mean.
well, I don't know. Is it his wife or girlfriend?
I think wife is fiance.
Oh yeah, it is fiance. Okay. Do you know what exactly he said?
Tried to say that. He tried to say he act like he's going out with his fiance or something.
Yeah, Josh, he's more childish than me with stuff like that. Oh, look at that! I got a road that's smooth for a change.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Claude?
What? Think about what there?
What Sea Science says.
What did Sea Science say? I don't think much of Sea Science. I think is another Hovind lover. You can tell me.
He says mean stuff about Aiden's wife, like he's going out with her or something like that.
Yeah, it's just Sea Science is stupid. I don't take notice of any of these foolish people. You know, they need to go back to school, get an education, then I might listen.
I'm still trying to figure out how long you've been around, Claude.
Oh, a long time.
I think you've been around since the dawn.
But I've had to use different names because Hovind would block me every time. You know, so I've been through many different names.
You feel comfortable giving some of them old names, or do you not want to out yourself like that?
I could go way back. Oh, I'm trying to think.
Because if you know about Daniel and remember him, then you've been here just as long, if not longer, than me.
To be honest, I've had so many names I can't remember them all because I literally have had to every week or two I would have to change on there.
Just to make a comment, yeah.
Because and then of course it wouldn't last long, and I never used bad language, never.
Oh. Well, you're a part of the same club as everyone else. I literally go on there and make a comment about what the subject was, and I'm blocked. I'm like, I didn't even say nothing.
Yeah, so he doesn't. Yeah, he's very thin-skinned.
Well, a lot of that is the people protecting him in the background as well, such as the tech people. They'll sit there and hit the block button willy-nilly, and it's like, you do realize you're hurting the channel if you block 90% of your viewers.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed with Standing for Truth. I think he is actually not a good person because he pretends to be fair. He pretends to be independent. He does everything. When Hovind calls jump, he says, "How high should I jump, Mr. Hovind?" He constantly blows smoke up his bottom, and his moderators even enter the chat on the side of Hovind, and they're meant to be independent moderators. My goodness, I don't have any time for that Donnie at all.
Hey, Big Bad Mama is here.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to drop in real quick and give my love to Cindy and my best to her. And to all you guys, but to her in particular, because I haven't seen her in a while.
Thank you.
Yeah, it actually surprised me when I seen her.
You there, Cindy?
I think she's dropped out. Wait a minute. She'll come back.
She's there, just can't hear her.
I think you might muted yourself, Miss Lincoln.
Yeah, I was surprised to see her on here too. So I was like, I'll jump in and say hi.
Yeah, that's great. How's everybody doing?
Hi, Big Bad Mom. Good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I just got home, so pretty tired.
Oh yeah, you went out to the desert, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was nice out there. It's about 80 degrees.
Oh gosh, that is nice.
Big Bad Mama. Do you know that a new video?
I heard, and she's got some things to say about me, and probably the rest of us too.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she give it to me pretty bad?
Yeah. Not too bad.
I mean, I can no longer discuss with her because, I just can't. Oh, here she is.
Hi, Cindy.
I thought you guys were ignoring me. I didn't realize I was not coming through.
How are you doing?
Big Bad Mama.
It's great to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be on. When they put off the last trial, I decided, screw this stuff. I'm going out. I was trying to be all, don't say anything that could jeopardize court. And I'm like, oh, they're never going to do this. So I'm just going to come talk.
Well, this is the channel to go on now. Gangster Ghost.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Kent hasn't shut up, so you might as well, talk about stuff too.
Get?
Well, you think? Yeah.
That's true, Billy.
My lawyer says you can't prosecute slander and that they're going to throw out half of my video evidence as hearsay or unadmissible. So forget it. Anyway. I was so proud of Logan for doing this channel because the other live talk show channels are flawed, shall we say? So
flawed.
Right.
Do his own. Huh?
Yeah, Claude has a channel too.
You have a live, Claude?
Yes, I have a flawed Claude channel. Flawed.
No, I didn't know. I wasn't referring to yours because I didn't know you had one. I was referring to
I know.
We know. You don't even have to say it.
Speaking of that, Claude, I think Restream actually lets you use as many hours as you want on the free version.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
So just throwing that out there for you.
Yeah, no, that might be handy to know. Yeah.
Ooh. One day, would you like to go on Claude's show too?
Of course.
Well, when Claude does them, it's like 10:30 at night for me. So it's hard to go on Claude's because I'm also on the phone with the wife at the same time. And I've already told y'all that we're still one of those couples. I'm out on the road, but yet we still fall asleep with each other on the phone. So
that's so
I can't just hang up. I can't hang up with her in order to jump on the live stream with y'all.
You're so romantic. You're so romantic. Oh.
Julie was
chivalry isn't dead. So
at the airport, she goes, I already miss him. Because Nick's in Colorado right now.
Oh, you know tomorrow's the first day of Hanukkah?
No, I didn't. I have a friend who's, what do you call it when they're doing a lot with the Jewish traditions?
Oh, Masonic Jewish?
Hebrew roots.
Hey,
yeah.
She just
Logan, you gonna be on here for another 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
gonna
hear
jump
some.
off, call the wife, and then I'm gonna jump back in.
good to see you,
Okay.
Billy.
I can hear some crunching.
Oh, I'll be back. Don't worry. As long as Logan's still doing his thing. But
What
yeah.
is the
Logan, I'm
crunch?
going to eat real quick too. I'll be back.
When you hear the
Okay.
what is the crunch, crunch, crunch? I can hear.
I'm wondering
Let's see.
the same thing. I
Are
thought
you
it was
eating, Logan?
it might be me.
Not me.
Oh,
It stopped now.
I
Oh, now it's going again.
well, might have been from. Hold on.
no, when you talk, it does it.
Oop. Are you there?
Yeah.
I'm
Are you there?
still here.
Yeah, maybe it's you can you wiggle your connection through your headphones or something? It's scratchy.
Okay. What's going on?
Give it a wiggle.
I'll,
I think it's missing mud. Mm.
When I left and came back in, I saw Logan had sent me your videos, Claude. That'll be fun. It's always good to
Yes,
get
I think you'll
humor. It's much
enjoy the song.
much better to laugh than cry.
Yeah, cry.
Well, you guys are chicken, not showing your faces.
I'm a ghost.
You're a ghost.
Yeah. I do all kinds of other videos on here. I make on here. I put Claude faces on people, so it's funny.
You put Claude's face over yours?
No, on other people's bodies, like these soldiers. Have them be a soldier. It's funny.
Yes, I remember you used to send me those a lot. Where you would put people's
Put
faces on something else.
yeah. I did a video. Also made a Skynet from Terminator. I made a Skynet. No, Snet. Because Mark's making AI, and I put him in as the guy who creates the AI, and the AI is Skylar or something. It's just funny.
Okay.
We say Claude.
I think we lost Claude. He's muted
Yeah.
now.
I'm unmuted
Oh, there
myself
he is.
now. Mm.
Oh. Yeah, would you like to even go on his show too?
Would I go on what? Whose show?
I mean, Mrs. Lincoln, would you like to go on Claude's show too?
Of course.
Yes, we would be best to set up a special show and provide a list of some questions and have a structured discussion would be quite good.
Yeah. Yep. I would like to be able to answer people's questions because I know Kent is confusing the heck out of a lot of people.
Yeah.
He says a lot of stuff.
Mm.
And that's putting it mildly. That's putting it graciously.
One of the funniest things that happened, but sad at the same time. So Stephen Berlin was interviewing the Kent, and I managed to get on the show. And I asked about Brady Byram, and then I say, but wasn't he fiddling with his own? And Kent, no, he's not guilty. And then I said, but you said he was. And I referred to a video that Boland did with him where he said he was guilty. And of course, immediately Kent goes into a bit of a spasm and then says, what have you done for the Lord? You know, the usual destruction.
Gotta get off that topic quick.
Both those videos have been taken down by the Boland, but I've put them back up on copies. So, he's just
Good. I think
stupid.
that was my first introduction to you, Cloud. Somebody sent me that link.
Mm.
And I couldn't tell at first whose side you were on because you were trying to be very neutral.
Yeah, just to put him at ease, and then I just slowly did a few little jabs here and there, because otherwise I would have been kicked off straight away. But I managed to stay on for quite a while before.
You did. I remember that.
So I was being very careful. Yeah.
So did you actually make a video where you put both clips together to show Viva la Différence?
I think Big Bad Mama might have, or something. Yeah, there are some clips where you can see.
Both of them side by side.
I'll have a look.
And how dare he say he's innocent? How would he know he's innocent when basically that's calling the victim a liar?
Well, earlier he said he was guilty, so that's the point that I've honed in on, is that in the one video,
I did
he
not
said he was.
catch that. I am glad you caught that.
I'll try and find it.
Yeah. I should put that in my Brady Byron playlist. I also have a playlist on Kent Caught in His Lies, where I want more of those, but I have where he says A, and here's a video where he says B. And again, Viva la Différence. Because people need to understand that, because he looks like such this nice, innocent guy and plays that victim role. But if they see maybe for their own eyes, look, he just lied. But I know when I was there, if something didn't add up, I would always just shrug my shoulders and go, must just be a misunderstanding. That's why it took so long for me to get out of there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that as I've been talking with Nick these last couple of days. That video that I just put out, where we all watched as Kent and Steve, well, it was Steve. Kent hides behind other people. And so it was Steve constantly slandering Nick. But Kent allowed it. And Nick, I mean, we were all watching it, but we didn't understand what it was. Only in retrospect can we see Nick busted Steve, and so he was being run off. And
all the time, Steve was stealing.
yeah. So look, Steve was okay, here's how it worked. Ernie Land told Nick, keep an eye on Steve and let me know if you see any problems. That was a very intentional setup. They wanted to see if Nick was going to go with their program or not. Well, Nick took it at face value, and when he saw there were drugs, there was theft, he went to Ernie and Kent and told them what he saw. And that's when he started getting slandered and run off. Kent knew what Steve was doing with the finances. Ernie knew what Steve was doing with the finances. They were informed by Nick. But instead of caring, they ran off Nick in a very subtle way, just like I was run off in a very subtle way, so that people around wouldn't know that's what they were doing, that they were trying to silence the whistleblower. It's insidious. It's very insidious. But unfortunately, it's very common in the church. I'm seeing it more and more. This whole.
One thing that I got a lot of views. I put up, when Kent made the video attacking Eric, saying you've taken my underwear and you've taken my pocket knife and all that. I put copies of that back up because Kent's taken it down. Well, I've had so many, nearly 3,000 views on that.
You do?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I talked to Eric and when I talked to Joe, Kent did the same thing to them that he's done to us. He makes up fairy tales that are so infuriating as to try and make you crazy and try and make you act bitter, angry, enraged, so that he can point and say, see what, she's got an anger problem. Okay, but the story he made up about the pocket knife and the underwear, okay, what I was told is that she spent her last dollars, to the exclusion of her own medical prescription, to buy Kent new underwear when he got out of jail. So for him to say that they stole his underwear is an intentional, below the belt, enraging thing to say. It's polar opposite of the truth.
I'm so sorry about that. Hope you're all right, Mrs. Lincoln.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna ask you, ever drove?
That was against Eric and Joe.
Guys drove a Lincoln car?
No, but my stepdad did, but he wasn't a Lincoln. He was my stepdad.
No.
My dad was a ladies' man, and he drove a Camaro.
Mhm. Yeah, I can imagine you driving a Lincoln car
What?
and watching the movie Vampires, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. But
Did they have him driving a Lincoln?
nah. But yeah, you imagine Abe Lincoln driving a Lincoln?
You know, there's a Lincoln Avenue in almost every town I've ever been in.
Wow.
It used to be
Wow.
that he was. I think Cloud's on mute.
A Lincoln Continental car.
A Lincoln Continental, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have a big car.
That would be great to drive a car named after her.
Yes, well, I would like to drive a Bowlesmobile. But I don't know if anybody makes them.
I don't think so.
The Bowlesmobile.
A Lincoln is a luxury car. It's real expensive, so that's not going to be for me. But Lincoln used to be a name that was, you know, to be a role model, to be honest like him. It used to be, you know, just like there's a Martin Luther King Boulevard in most towns, there's a Lincoln in most towns.
Stephen Berlin normally treats.
Say it again.
I was just trying to find one of my old videos about and I forgot to mute while I was looking. So I'm trying to find the video to send you a link. Yeah. So it's just me.
Hi, Sid.
That's what he said.
Now, I did used to drive a Volkswagen, actually. I drove several
They do have
Volkswagens. My very
they have a car named after you called. But I was gonna say yeah.
Yep. I got all scratchy.
You're crazy. You're a crazy guy. Well, yeah, he put a lot of videos of your what lot of videos of it, your interview with Stephen. He put up there. Claude.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I want to.
Wait a minute. You had an interview with Stephen Bolin?
No, your interview.
Oh, my original when he was still on my side?
Yeah.
Yes, asked me to take it down, and I did for a while, and then I put it back up not that long ago.
Remember he did a response?
No?
Yeah, it was a long time. It was about a year ago. He did a response to that. Doesn't care.
Where he basically said,
Skylar's here.
Hello.
How are you, Skylar?
Busy. How are you?
Good. Mrs. Lincoln here today.
Yep. How are you doing, Cindy? You're on mute or something. I can't hear Cindy. Can you?
She's having connection problems.
Ah.
She's having connection problems. You come back. How are you today? Is it true? You're the AI machine of Mark?
Nope.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Uh, have you worked at your farm today?
No, not today. I was off work today.
Oh, that's good. Miss
hi,
Lincoln's back.
guys. I don't know why I keep muting out.
Oh, sorry about that. Skyler's here. Guy bullying.
Can you hear me?
Orion. Yeah, we can hear you now. It's Skybro Ryan. It's not Orion. Orion.
Orion, huh? Is that a Greek god?
No, it's a constellation. Well, it's also an airplane. In my case, it's an airplane.
Oh. Miss Lincoln, are you there? Cindy?
I am, but it keeps going in and out. Can you
sorry
hear
about
me?
that. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. It said it disconnected and it was reconnecting.
Yeah, it did that to me earlier. What the?
And my photo is stationary. I'm not moving, so something's not right. Oh, there. Okay.
I'm so sorry about that. Act crazy sometimes.
Yeah, and my internet's not great here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where's
So anyway,
Skylar
you were asking about
going?
Bolin when he did the response.
Yeah.
Is that where he said that I deceived him into staying all that stuff?
Well, actually, yeah, I think so. He said that he lied because he was angry at Ken, I think.
Oh yeah, he did the whole false repentance thing. Like, I feel so bad for going against the Lord's anointed. But he also said that I had deceived him. And somebody else said that. I think Joanna said that too. And it's so stupid because if you listen to what he was saying, it wasn't anything that I had told him to say at all. It was his own experience. And Jody was right there with him.
Skylar's back.
What?
Yep.
Skylar's back.
Oh,
He's a good little guy.
did you get cut off too, Skylar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get
How are
what's
you
wrong
doing?
with this.
Oh, I'm pumping gas. I'm at the gas station.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm pumping gas at the gas station.
Oh, okay.
I can imagine you doing what they did on Dumb and Dumber. You made a mistake, and put gas in the. I was just joking. Put gas in your what? Before it gets on fire. That movie, Skylar,
I believe so. Anyway,
Dumb and
yeah.
Dumber.
Oh yeah, yeah. The original one, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I think I'm gonna go make dinner.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night, Cindy.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. We'll talk soon.
Thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. Anytime, Logan. And give Claude my info so that we can hook up.
Okay, you can. Yeah, you could come on his show.
Yeah. Give him my my number.
Yeah, well,
Okay, honey. God bless you.
uh,
Good night, guys.
about you. Thank you for coming on.
My
Bye.
pleasure.
Oh no, Skylar's here. Tomorrow's the first day of Hanukkah. 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 Are you there, Sky?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not celebrating gas prices.
Hanukkah. Hanukkah. Hanukkah.
Who
Hanukkah.
else is on here? Or is it just us now?
No, it's just us now. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Everyone have to leave when
Here,
Skylar gets here.
everybody ran away.
I'm sorry, Skylar. Hanukkah. 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 But Sky, how you been today?
Busy. Sort of.
Oh. Uh, how's the weather where you're at?
It's rainy and chilly. Not cold, but chilly.
Oh, why?
Oh, what's the weather like where by you?
Cold in the 30s. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. It takes me a second to get to my mute button, though.
Oh, sorry about that. But tomorrow's Hanukkah. Hanukkah.
I don't celebrate Hanukkah. I don't celebrate any holidays. But
Are you a Jehovah's Witness?
no, I'm a Jew.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm a bad
Jewish witness?
Jew, but I am a Jew.
Oh,
What?
oh. uh, yeah, Hanukkah. I remember that being when I was a little kid. I saw that on the Rugrats.
So what? Hanukkah on Rugrats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Rugrats one time or something like that, and I've seen, a bunch of like clips that were like thrown into a commercial or something.
Yeah, they had a Hanukkah special on there.
A Hanukkah special. Well,
Yeah.
cool teach,
So they talked
cool
about the
teach
story
children.
of Hanukkah. We say?
I said it's cool to teach children, about something. I mean, what's your surroundings and everything. It's at least letting them know their surroundings, celebrate what it's all about and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever seen that movie by Adam Sandler, 8 Crazy Nights?
I did, but wasn't fully paying attention, or I might have been high on marijuana maybe when I watched it, and don't really remember 90% of it.
A lot of people didn't like that movie. Said it was bad. It was very bad. They said you should do a movie called Sky Into the Sky,
Sky what?
based on Skylar. Yeah, called Into the Sky of Skylar, which tells your life story when you became Rambo. He took on the overlords of the Illuminati, who faked the moon landing, faked the Earth landing, faked everything. Just lost my mind. I was just joking. Sky. Well, earlier, your girl, what's her name? Outcast was on earlier.
Yeah, I missed her.
Is she your one true love?
What? No, probably not.
Uh, yeah, and Dustin was on earlier.
Yeah,
He talked to he looks up to you.
I didn't get on here
You're
until
his
pretty
hero.
late.
Well, you have a second channel now? End Times Talk?
Yep.
You talk about the end of days?
Yes, far more about end times prophecies and messianic age prophecies, etc. It's all about the end time.
Would you ever debate Claude over I don't know. Would you ever debate Dustin?
On what? I don't know. I thought Dustin is a Christian, isn't he? Or
Yeah, I think so.
what is?
No, not over Christian, over witchcraft. He's in the witchcraft a lot.
I don't really care about that, honestly. I tell you, Logan, what I care about is the end times. That is legitimately what I care about. God said in the Tanakh very clearly over and over again, from the book of Jeremiah, the book of Ezekiel, the book of Isaiah, I mean, it just goes on. The book of Zechariah. But anyways, Malachi, uh,
Huh.
God said, I mean, there's going to be a great city at Jerusalem, a great temple, and everybody, the whole planet of the all humans on earth, every nation and whatnot. It's going to be all peaceful and whatnot, and everybody's going to sacrifice at the real physical temple, not a spiritual temple, obviously, if you're going to sacrifice. But either way,
Oh,
all nations will sacrifice
oh, here's this
to,
one
at,
guy.
at the temple in Jerusalem to God. Is the what?
Oh, you ever heard? Here's one guy I think you would like. He's a good guy. He stands up for Israel a lot. His name is Devin Tracy.
Devin Tracy.
Yeah, he have a channel called Atheism Unstoppable, but got more into politics. He stands up Jewish a lot, like Israel and stuff.
I don't recognize the name, truthfully, at least.
Yeah, that's where I got where I found out about that one time. Uh, a Jewish bus driver in Israel got attacked.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, you love his channel. You want me to link it to you?
Oh, I can find it by his name, Devin Tracy.
Or you could put Atheism Unstoppable.
What Unstoppable?
He has a yeah, Atheism is unstoppable. Oh, you ever heard of this other guy? David, I forgot David something. David, he's president of the American Atheists. I forgot his name. David, got his last name. David something. He been on Fox News. You ever heard of him?
Probably or possibly.
Got his David. I forgot his last name. Yeah, he made a book called Fighting God. You ever heard of that?
Fighting God. No,
Yeah,
not off top of my head. Off my recollection, top of my head, no.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he's used to be part of Jewish religion, but he's not anymore. He became an atheist. Is one guy. Yeah, Dave
He was
Salomon.
Jewish, became atheist?
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Have you ever heard of him? I forgot his last Salomon. I forgot. There's one guy you would like, Ben Shapiro. He's a good guy.
I do like Ben Shapiro, but I don't watch him as a constant. I will pretty much only watch him when I come across him. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's good on there. I think he's part Daily Wire. Him and there's other good guys. Andrew guy. I think he's on there. He's pretty good too. Yeah. You ever heard of? Uh, got his. Have you ever heard of? Um, got um, uh, have you ever heard of Ray Comfort?
I heard of, yes. I can't place a face to him or anything like that. So
He's the
by all
Banana
means, I've
Man.
heard the name. Huh?
He's known as the Banana Man.
The Banana Man. Well, now I'm totally lost. I know I've heard that name by every which way
I
from
found
Sunday. I know it.
I heard about him when he tried to use the banana, the proof for God. They call him the banana.
No, no, I don't
He's
know.
a first Cameron. Yeah.
Look, and
He,
all I've super studied. Look, I've read all of the Bible. Honestly, I've read it like a book or whatever. You know, all of the Christian Bible, which is our Jewish Tanakh, is the Old Testament. So it's all of the Christian Bible and the Jewish Bible. But anyways, I've read the Bible over and over and over and over again. Sure, but all I've studied, hardcore studied, researched everything is prophecies. It's all about prophecies and end times, basically. And I'm an eschatologist. I'm an
oh,
eschatologist, Logan.
oh, that's nice. Oh, have you ever read the Quran?
Yes, I have read the Quran.
What about the Hindi?
Hindu. I
No,
know. Well, I know a couple of Hindu people, but I've only like asked a bunch of questions. I've never. Well, I've done some research too, but never like fully delved into either Hindu or Buddhism. But they're both the same. I've
no,
even been to. Huh?
oh, Hindi is part of the Islam.
Oh, the Hadith. The Hadith.
Yeah,
A hadith. Yeah, yeah, I have read some hadith.
yeah.
Hadith is not one collection.
You ever heard of David Wood?
Not off the top of my head, at least now.
Yeah, he debates Islam. Yeah, he talked about Muhammad on there. You should watch his video about Muhammad. And Muhammad, yeah, he's a crazy guy. But what
I
type
bet
of movie?
Muhammad drove better than these people.
Have you ever watched any movies like the Joker movie or what?
What, Batman?
Yeah, that one movie called The Joker.
Probably not the Joker, but I watched the Batman movie where Heath Ledger played the Joker in it.
Oh yeah, Batman Begin. No, Dark Knight. Yeah, was that based on you?
I didn't know. No, no. No,
Oh,
he's got a lot of loaded money there and stuff. You know, he's I would say more closer to me would honestly be something along the lines of like Jason Bourne, which is kind of ironic because Jason Bourne, according to the series, was born in Nixa, Missouri, which means he either was born in Springfield, Missouri, or not born in a hospital. There's not a hospital in Nixa, Missouri. But Nixa, Missouri is the town outside. It's a suburb outside of Springfield, Missouri, and that's where I grew up. Is southern Missouri, northwest of Springfield, out in the country. Spent a lot of time
okay.
in Nixa too.
You ever seen John Wick?
Yeah, I've seen John Wick 20.
That
I've
movie's
John
based
Wick
on Mark.
1. I saw John Wick 1 and I saw John Wick 2, and but I saw John Wick 1 multiple times, so I actually remember it and stuff.
Yep, I like that one the best. But that movie I think is based on Mark Stoney.
Mark was a grunt, like all out grunt, like 240 Bravo grunt, like Army grunt, like 11 Bravo grunt, 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 grunt,
Yeah.
grunt.
Uh, what do you do if it turns out you're really a robot created by Mark Stoney and all your memories are faked.
I'd be pissed the fuck
Planted
off.
there by him.
Yeah, I'd want revenge, all out revenge. I'd be tearing up the world.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the invasion of Skylarnet. Imagine you being a robot.
You can imagine me being a robot? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying right now?
yeah.
That's some bullshit, Logan. That's
I'm just joking.
that's what that is.
I'm just joking with you. What do you do if you met Dustin in person? Have you? He
Met
lives in the
what?
same state. Dustin?
Oh, Dustin?
Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't mind meeting Dustin.
yeah. He was on earlier. He was talking to Outcast.
Well, Logan, I'm about to go in Walmart. I gotta do yet some more
Okay.
stupid shopping. And some
Okay,
ghetto engineering is what I'm doing.
okay. Have a good and safe night. I'm going to shut down this thing.
All
Thank
right.
you
Have a
for
good
coming
night,
on.
Logan.
You too.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for coming on. You're welcome. Bye.